So I was born in Prague, which is now the Czech Republic, but when I was born, it was Czechoslovakia under the communists. And it was a very repressive regime. And my parents decided that if their two daughters would have any chance at a future, they needed to escape. So we applied to go on vacation to the Black Sea and headed to Yugoslavia because they had heard on Radio Free Europe that people had made it across the border from Yugoslavia to Italy. And of course, there were no details given, or then the communists would reinforce that part of the border. So we just knew someplace along the Yugoslav-Italy border there might be a chance. And so my parents got permission to go to the Black Sea, and my uncle, my mother's brother, at the same time, got permission to go hiking in Hungary. And all five of us happened to take the wrong turn in Yugoslavia and ended up on the Italian border in the same town. And so we all met up and piled into our little Skoda car, and Dad and Uncle Martin had scoped out that there was this one part of the border that was a high traffic area over lunch, because there were people that were Italian who worked in Yugoslavia and Yugoslavs who worked in Italy. And so over lunch there was a lot of traffic, and the guard would just put his feet up in the window and left the barrier to no man's land up. So they decided, okay, we'll try it. This might be the way. And so we rolled up to the border, and Dad leaned over like he was going to be getting some papers out of the glove box, and he gunned it. And he had no idea, because the border into no man's land was on a curve. So he couldn't see how far Italy was. Was it miles away, or was it just around the corner? And luckily it was just around the corner. So we made it to freedom. We made it to Italy. And that was a big relief on one side, but also on the other side, we didn't know if they would grant us asylum or send us back. So everybody piled into the guardhouse, and, you know, all the adults with hands and feet and Dad's medical Latin were trying to explain that we were applying for asylum. Suddenly my father looks around, and he's not holding me. Mom doesn't have me. Uncle Martin doesn't have me. Holy shit, where is Michelle? So he goes running out of the guard shack, and right there at the border to no man's land were the Yugoslav guards saying, "Give him back, give him back." Luckily, I had run out of the guard shack, little toddler, towards Italy, and one of the Italian guards had caught me. And so Dad was able to retrieve me from the Italian border guard and not the Yugoslav guards. Had I gone the other way, then everybody would have had to go back. My parents and my uncle to the gulags, and my sister and I to some unknown fate.